I am here to talk about the brand new X series, which we are adding under the Mi smartphone portfolio today. This time around, we wanted to bring you a device that breaks the monotony of the flagship segment and lets you experience a breath of fresh tech. We are launching two new smartphones under the Mi11X series, the Mi11X and the Mi11X Pro. Let me start by telling you that these two phones share a lot of good things in common. The gorgeous flagship E4 AMOLED display, which has been spoken about a lot, the stereo speakers with Dolby Atmos support, IP rating and its gorgeous new design. But the same goodness is shared and offered in two different processor and camera configurations. Both the phones of the Mi11X series are built on the same design principle. Let's start by taking a closer look at the form factor and the build that is identical across these two smartphones. In the first glance itself, you will notice how refined this design is. On the back, you will see a brand new elongated camera housing with elements inside distributed even more evenly to give you a cleaner look. The camera housing also now sits almost flushed into the body, which reduces the chances of accidental scratches and adds to that overall premium hand feel. With the Mi11X series, you get three classic yet fresh color options to choose from. While design is an important aspect of our experience, displays actually define the most of it. Just like the Mi11 Ultra, we are also bringing the flagship grade E4 AMOLED display to the X series. At 1300 nits peak brightness, this is one of the brightest displays on today's flagship. With 120 Hz of refresh rate and 360 Hz of touch sampling, this flagship display is also the smoothest and the most accurate when it comes to touch response. Now, no guesses here. The Mi11X series displays are also HDR10+ compliant. Complementing this flagship display is also a dedicated stereo speaker setup. The 11X series brings Dolby Atmos for the very first time to the lineup of Mi smartphones in India to deliver a premium audio experience. It offers a 4520 mAh battery which goes from 0 to 100 in less than an hour and 0 to 50% in a whopping 19 minutes. Up until now, I have spoken all about the similarities between the Mi11X and the Mi11X Pro, which are appearing on your screen right now. Now that you know the similarities between these two devices, let's now talk about the differences. Starting with the Mi11X Pro. Mi11X Pro shares the same top-of-the-line Qualcomm Snapdragon 888, which also appears on the superphone, the Mi11 Ultra, which Manu covered in detail during his presentation. In addition to that, you also see the support for Wi-Fi 6E. The Mi11X Pro features the flagship third generation HM2 108 megapixel sensor. Even under challenging lighting conditions, the sensor automatically moves to a bigger pixel size by joining 9 surrounding pixels. It helps capture more light in limited time to again deliver some sharp looking shots. With the Mi11X Pro, you can also shoot 8K footage and 4K footage up to 60 frames per second. By the way, and before we miss it, you might have noticed this tiny speck here. That tiny speck is the third microphone, which while shooting videos helps with cutting out the frequencies captured already by the primary microphone and the noise cancelling microphone. The last lens on this camera housing is a 50mm telemacro lens, which has the power of capturing stories from a much closer and a much intimate perspective. We are also introducing night mode across all the cameras, which has been a big ask from our community. Not just that, we are also introducing a brand new feature which completely redefines the video making experience under challenging lighting conditions. Ultra night video is a result of a big algorithm when run together can produce some never seen results shot on a smartphone. The Mi11X features the brand new Qualcomm Snapdragon 870 from the top tier 800 series of Qualcomm Snapdragon chipsets. The Mi11X will be available in two variants in India, 6GB of RAM and 128GB of storage, and 8GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. Let's talk cameras on the Mi11X. It features a 48 megapixel Sony IMX582 as the primary camera, which is supported by an 8 megapixel ultra-wide and a 5 megapixel tele-macro in a triple camera setup. The pricing for the Mi 11X 6GB plus 128GB variant is 29,999 only. And the pricing for the Mi 11X 8GB RAM and 128GB storage is just 31,999 only. Now let's talk about the pricing for the Mi 11X Pro. The 8GB plus 128GB variant will be available in India starting at a price of 39,999 only. And the pricing for Mi 11X Pro 8GB of RAM and 256GB storage is just rupees 41,999 only.